Hello, boys and girls, and welcome back to another episode of Who's at the Door. And today, guess who it is? It's me, Tahila, and I have a very exciting story for you today. I hope you've been watching the other ones, because we're always excited to hear about how much you love them. So make sure to drop a comment about how much you loved the story. Now, we're going to start. The story I'm going to tell you today is the opposite of a story called The Rich Man and Lazarus. For those of you who don't know the story, let me give you a summary. So, there was a rich man who had everything he could ever want. He had a very, very big house. He had all the food he could ever want, and everything that this world could offer was given to him. Then there was this very poor man called Lazarus. Lazarus did not have anything. He was so poor that he had sores all over his body. But even though he begged and begged the rich man to give him even a little bit of food, even the crumbs that fell on the floor, the rich man would not do it. So this continued on for a very, very long time, and eventually both of them died. Now, it came that when they died, Lazarus went to heaven and the rich man went to hell. It came now time for the rich man to beg Lazarus for even a drop of water, because that is how hot hell is, and that is not a place any of us should want to be. But Father Abraham said, when you were on earth, you did not give Lazarus even the crumbs that fell on the floor. Rather, you would rather have your dogs to eat it. But Lazarus kept begging, and Father Abraham said, even if I wanted to give you some water, there is a gap, there is a separation, so I can't even give you any water. Now, this story I'm going to tell you is what the rich man should have done and how the rich man should have acted towards Lazarus. I call this story The Princess and the Pauper. A pauper is someone who is very, very poor. So, let's start. There's a princess, and she lived in this beautiful castle. She had all the food she could ever ask for. She had so many lovely clothes, and her parents, the king and queen, loved to give her everything. Then we had this other girl. She was a pauper. She had no money, and she was very poor. One day, the pauper built up confidence, and she asked the princess, could you please give me just even a little bit of food? And the princess had compassion upon her. Compassion means she cared for her and she had love towards her. So the princess gave her food, but she didn't give her just food. She gave her food, she gave her clothes. All the food that the princess couldn't eat, she gave it to the pauper. All the clothes the princess does not wear anymore, she gave it to the pauper. The princess was kind and did exactly what the rich man should have done towards Lazarus. And eventually, after many, many, many years had passed and they had both died, guess what? They were both in heaven, unlike the rich man who went to hell for how evil he was. And this story just shows us that we should be kind unto other people, because Jesus was kind unto us. He gave his life for us, and he loves us so much that he continues to bless us. So let us remember that each and every day we should be trying to be more like Jesus, and we should have Jesus in our hearts and accept him. I hope you've enjoyed this story, and make sure each and every day you choose to be kind. Stay tuned for the next episode.